Gary and Tommy are just about to move in. To your ears. Aussie is more than just home loans. Now they help you find, buy and own all in one place. Visit aussie.com.au.
It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little.
This
Is Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah, welcome to another Carrie and Tommy podcast. And we're already off to a flyer. Tommy's done a Rubik's Cube. Carrie loved it.
Yep.
I didn't even see. I'm too busy responding to the people that don't believe that I walked 2 hours, 15 Ks in 2 hours.
There's a lot of people that would question you about it, but you haven't
naysayers.
accepted their friend request on Facebook.
I haven't had time. I'm going to do that while we're
How
on
many
there
friends
today.
you got up to?
I'm up to like 1.8. I keep saying that you don't like it. 1,800 or something. Anyway, I'll get there. My cousin
Fun Fran.
doesn't believe you.
What about what?
So she went to see your show, she said, on the weekend.
My stand-up show?
Your stand-up show.
Sydney, yes.
Yep, she went to the Sydney show. And she called me the next day and she said, oh, Tommy's show was great. Rah, rah. And I said, oh, great, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And she said, hey, though, I don't really buy the bit that happens at the beginning of your show.
I know what you're doing.
And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, I did ask him about it and I still don't believe his answer. And I said, what happens at the beginning of the show? And she goes, you know when he does the crowd stuff, the crowd work? And I said, yeah. And she goes, they're plants. I said, and she goes, all those people, they're not real. They're obviously known to him and there's a script because he's too quick and he's got an answer for all of them and then he brings them back in later and it's not physically possible. And I said, well, what is his job? He's a comedian. She goes, nah, I've seen other comedians and they don't do it. And I said, oh, you should tell him this because it's actually quite a compliment. It's quite flattering. But I could not convince her. And she said to me, there was a German lady called Karin. There was a German Karin. And I said to her, what do you mean? She said, like, you know how we all make fun of Karens. There was a German Karin. I said, oh, that's funny. She goes, yeah, exactly. And then he had all this German fun with her. And she goes, oh, clearly that's somebody that he's planted there so that he could have some fun with a German Karin. And she said the same thing to you.
She came backstage afterwards so I could say hi, and I had some other friends there as well. And I said, hey, Fran. And she goes, yeah, look, great show, but we've got to talk about it. And then just went straight into it. She goes, who were all those people? Talking about, like, Fran, there were people in the crowd. And she goes, all of them? And I said, yeah. And she goes, no, you set that up. And I said, Fran, talk me through.
Yeah.
I was laughing, but I said, talk me through how you think this works. I said, do you think I pay everyone that I talk to in the crowd to be there each night? She goes,
Does she think they're the same people at every single
Well,
show?
this is when it started to fall apart a bit. She goes, no, that would be too expensive. And then she goes, I don't know. I think the ushers give you the heads up. And I said,
A
so
bit
you
like
think the
John,
ushers...
what's his name? John, how I think John Edwards works, that he knows that, you know, your mum's sister died or whatever. I always think there's somehow they've given him the information.
You and Fran are cousins.
I don't believe his stuff.
Well, I said, so what, you think the usher goes through and just gleans information? And I said, how do they point out where they are in the crowd? She goes, I haven't worked out that bit yet. And then,
So does she think the German Karen is travelling around with you?
no, because then I said to her, because she brought up the German Karen, and I said, so you think she travels around? And she said, no, I think the German Karen is known to you.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea, but we have the audio
Of
from
the
the
German
show.
Karen
This
bit?
was the State Theatre on Saturday night.
Someone from there say hello. What's your name? What? Karen! Where are you from, Karen? You're a German Karen! I feel like I've met the final Karen boss. Just she walks up, there is a problem? I want to speak to the manager!
Fran thinks that must happen every night.
Nah, because I went to your show in Melbourne and there was no German Karen at that show.
Am I now having to convince Fran's cousin?
No, I'm backing you up. I'm saying, Fran, if you're listening, it is all, what's the word, spontaneous.
Yeah, but
None of it's...
But everybody thinks
I
that.
don't think so. I think some people think when they go to a comedy show that some of that is planted and planned. The same way I think with John Edwards.
I think you should consider taking Karin with you. She seems like a lot of fun, though.
Karen was excellent.
Yeah, see?
Karen was excellent. Great time to mention. I do have some shows coming up. Wollongong, Darwin, Dandenong, Newcastle. I'm going to see you in the next few
Well,
weeks.
why don't you go, guys, to those shows and you can see if there's a German Karen and then you can see if...
Imagine if I get another one. Here's what I did want to know because I
Yes.
found it interesting. So I was thinking about German Karen afterwards. She was so lovely. And I made a mistake. So I thought her husband's name was France. And I thought I made jokes about how funny that we've got a German and a person named France.
Yeah.
And I said how confusing the war must have been for them. I really went on a tangent. And then my mate, Hader, one of my best mates, was there. And afterwards he goes, you know his name was like Franz, yeah, and that's quite a common German name.
Franz.
And I'm like, no.
Like Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, no, bro. I thought his name was Franz. And
But
he's
also,
like,
don't
"Ah."
let get the facts get in the way
Yes,
of comedy.
But so if they're plants, I'm
You're
also
getting them wrong.
my own jokes wrong for
There's
them.
nothing that beats a German Karen, though.
Well, I want to know, are there, because this is the first international Karen I've met. I thought it was quite a distinctly
Australian
Aussie name,
thing.
which she did comment on one of my things afterwards. It's Karen with an I. Instead
But
of
also,
an E at the end.
is the Karen thing that we have fun with,
Mm.
like being a Karen, is that a no? What are you
I
laughing
think they
at?
do it in America.
Is that an international thing? In Germany, are they mocking the Karens?
I don't know,
Why did you laugh then?
because I thought you were going to say then what part of what's the name from your country?
Oh no, I'm assuming it's Karen everywhere then,
What?
as in the Karen. That's Karen.
Yes.
Is that Karen called Karen everywhere?
Maybe.
It's not like Melinda in like Norway or something.
I don't know.
I'm hypothetically asking the question.
I know, but I don't know how I would have the authority to answer such a question.
Okay, what would you like to talk to the people about?
I want just what we plan to do.
Okay, what was that?
13,
I don't
10,
actually
60.
know.
Are you a Karen from another part of the world?
That's what I was trying to get you to. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's why I said, is it an international thing or is it just an Australian thing? And then you looked at me like I had four heads. I was trying to help.
Here we
So
go.
the bad name for Karen started in America.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Sammy.
Karens from other parts of the world?
Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't we do that?
13 10 60. I've
Yeah.
got an idea. Why don't we speak to Karens,
Oh.
international Karens? You
Yeah.
had a German Karen.
Yes.
this
Why don't
is
we speak
good.
to like
This
a
is
Russian
good.
Karen,
Very
like a
good.
Swedish Karen,
Oh,
If you're
that's
a
great.
Balinese Karen?
She started a list.
Yes. If your name's Karen, you're from another part of the world, give us a call.
Carrie and Tommy.
New Tuesday, Arvo. It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little. And on 13 10 60, we want to speak to Karens
From around the world.
from around the world.
Yes, I met a German Karen at my stand-up show on Saturday night in the beautiful State Theatre in Sydney, and it made me beggar the question, are there other Karens from different parts of the
I
world,
think
Bickers?
Carrie came up with that idea.
That's very true.
Karen, where are you from?
I'm from UK.
Oh,
A UK
welcome, Karen.
Hi.
Does it have the same, what's it called?
Implication, same
Yes,
stigma.
in the UK?
No. It all started with that stupid woman in that car.
In Central
and they
Park.
named her- Yes. And they named her Karen, and her name wasn't even Karen, and now we've all been labelled Karens.
Who should it be, Karen? What name deserves the stigma?
Yvonne's.
Yvonne. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
particular Yvonne you don't like, Karen, isn't there?
No, actually, my best friend's name's Yvonne.
Hey, Karen, are you partial to a complaint?
If it, yeah. If it's,
I love
if it's the right complaint, I'll complain about it. All right.
What's the last thing you complained about, Karen?
Probably Telstra yet again. having no bloody signal in my house.
Have you got no signal in your house?
Oh, it's always cutting out. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute damn nightmare.
Where do you live? Are you regional?
Gippsland, Victoria.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you have a front row seat for the mushroom trial?
Yeah, well, that's only sort of 20 minutes up the road from me.
Is it?
So, yes.
My family's
yeah.
from around that part. My mum's from Bunyip and my dad's from Wonthaggi.
Oh, I love Bunyip. Yeah.
Apparently there's a great Mexican place in Bunyip.
Yes, it is. It does beautiful cocktails too.
Yes.
Your crowd
Yeah.
work is so much more interesting than what's happening right now. This is the most boring
It's
conversation I've
rare
ever
that
been
we
a part
get
of.
someone from Gippsland.
Cool. Check out the Mexican restaurant in your own time.
Carrie, if we got someone from where you grew up,
I
Don't
would not be
forget- don't
talking
forget-
about the Thai restaurant down
Carrie,
the road.
you drove me past the house where you were a baby in.
Yes,
and
but
you just
you, not
showed
the
me it from
entire
the
nation.
street.
I'm
You
not
just
talking
went,
to the
"Look,
entire nation
that's
about
all
the
right.
Mexican restaurant
I
down
was-
the road
I
from
was
where
a
I
baby.
grew up.
I was a baby in that house.
Should we give
Thanks,
a quick
Karen.
shout out to Lost Mexican in Bunyip?
Yes. Get there.
Karen to Karin, is that right? Karin.
Karen.
Karen,
Yes.
Karen, whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Melbourne,
Mhm.
but my mum was born in Berlin, Germany,
Yes.
and she called me Karin, Karin, and that's how it's pronounced.
Oh.
I think she got it wrong. How often do you have to explain to people that it's spelt, it sounds Karin, not
Every
Karen?
single time I say it.
So,
Oh.
Karen, I got Karen's husband's name wrong. I thought his name was France, and it was Franz.
Yes.
Did I also get her name wrong? Was she a Karen
Quite
as well?
possibly.
Oh, it's good to see I'm swinging and hitting. That's good.
Is Karen's a thing over in Germany?
No, not with the name Karen anyway.
Okay.
But you
I
are.
don't know what name it would be.
The irony is not lost on me that you are ringing in to complain about our pronunciation of Karen.
Yes. Well, I have to do it every day of my life. so-
Yes.
Fair
Well, we
enough.
appreciate
Do you
it.
complain about other things, Karen? Karen, sorry.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not generally.
Yeah, okay.
Only pronouncing my name.
Yeah, good on you. Thank you for joining us.
Should
Appreciate
we
it.
end with, this is not a Karen, it's a Shandy. Hey, Shandy.
Hey, Carrie.
What can we do for you, Shandy?
Well, I was just ringing up to let Carrie's cousin know that I am not a plant. I was part of the audience participation at your Geelong show on Friday night.
Shandy, you had the daughter who was a zoologist.
Well, yeah, my best friend's
Your
daughter, yes, that is
friend-
correct.
Yes, and there was no German Karens or Karens there.
That is correct.
And you're not on the book, Shandy. You were not paid by Tommy to be in his audience.
No, definitely not.
No, in fact,
Thank-
she pays you to be in the
Yes,
audience.
that's very true. Thank you so much for clearing that up, Shandy. And obviously, I'll see you at next weekend's show. See, we're electric.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home for your Tuesday afternoon. It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
I'm tempted to do it now. I just said I wanted to do a break in the next few days about favourite numbers and why people have them, because I don't have one. Isn't it just people's birthdays? And I said, we should do that. It's interesting. You just said, is it?
But is it?
And now I'm tempted just to make you sit in the pain for a bit and
But
talk
imagine,
about favourite numbers.
Trevor calls in. Trevor, what's your favourite number? Oh, it's 8. Why is that, Trevor? I don't know. It was my number when I played footy. Cool, man.
The interesting part is that Carrie doesn't.
I don't have one. Again,
Is it?
Is it interesting?
Okay. Anyway.
We can play
what I
Is It
wanted-
Interesting?
No, what I wanted to talk about
That's fun.
is actually
I've got one.
things to change your life. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm
great,
obsessed with, I always have been. I don't know if it's a female thing or a girl thing, because I know my girlfriends are the same. I love a paper diary. Like, I love a paper diary. I love writing it down. I love crossing things out. I love seeing the next few months spread out on page. I love it all. But as life's gotten busier and I've got kids and stuff, I find my ability to remember to take that diary everywhere. Like, one of my favourite things was to go into a stationery shop or Kiki K at the beginning of every year and get my new diary.
Hey,
Clunk.
yes.
Anyway,
Can I suggest an invention?
Hold on, I've not finished. And so then
Kiki
I
K.
discovered, and I hate planners on phones, like as in your the app that you put in the date and you put in the day and
Or
then
reminders.
but you know how you have to scroll through all the numbers and scroll through all the days and scroll through all the months to put in reminders and stuff. I hate it. I don't like it. I just don't. It takes too long, and I like typing it
Yes.
out. So there's an app called Paper Planner, and it's pretty much like your notes part of your phone where you type it in. But instead, it's got every day of the week. You can see a whole week to a page, but you're typing it like you're writing it in as if you were writing in a diary.
You use a pen or something?
No, you don't use a pen, but you would do it like you're doing in notes, where you'd like doctor's appointment today,
Right.
see Jerry. You don't need to like go, scroll down 1, then scroll down December, and then scroll down, 2025.
I'm starting to think the numbers stuff might be
Anyway.
pretty good.
The reason I bring this up, that's very helpful for people listening. The reason I bring it up, it smells
What's the app
delicious
again?
in here.
What's the app again?
It's called Paper Planner. The reason
Is
I bring
this
it up. No, I've thought of creating my own. Is because this TikToker called Jen Hamilton put out a TikTok saying, what is something in your life that you've automated that completely changed your life? And she said, I'm not talking about like putting my bills on auto pay. She means, truly unhinged automation that's changed my life. And then people started responding. It's had like 5 million views with really cool stuff that you can do now technology-wise. So, for example, one woman's dishwasher texts her children when it's done, then shuts off their Wi-Fi if they don't empty it.
Whoa.
So you no longer have to say to your kids, empty the dishwasher over and over. It literally cuts their Wi-Fi out if they don't do it.
And so then they empty it and they hit a button.
And then their Wi-Fi must come back on
then
again.
they come in and they open it and then they close it and it thinks it's been emptied and they get their Wi-Fi back.
And they say, honestly, we used all the dishes again.
Yeah, we
So
put it on again, Mum. We're doing good.
Another lady said that she's had ChatGPT write her code that she put into her Google account. And what it means is every morning at 5 a.m, it goes through all of her emails, finds the unopened emails, bills that have been sent from her utility companies, scans them for their due date, the amount due, and puts the reminder automatically into her calendar and then reminds her 2 days out that it's coming up to pay so that she can make sure she's got enough money in her account. She said she's got ADHD and it's life-changing.
So all we've got to do is learn to write software code for that one.
No, ChatGPT wrote it for
Ask ChatGPT, it'll tell you what the right word is.
Someone else said, and this I didn't know if this was sad or wonderful, she set up AI to answer the phone from her mother who has dementia. She said she's in a nursing home. She's safe, but she rings 20 times a day and wants long conversations. So she now has AI to answer those calls and chat all day long to her mum. And when she speaks to her mum's so happy because she's been chatting to her all day and she doesn't remember a lot of it
Is
anyway.
the AI using her voice?
Yes, to chat to her mum.
I don't know if that's sad or wonderful either. I mean, it's
Anyway, so what I want to know is what automated things, like tech things, because the world's our oyster now, but you just got to set things up and it becomes annoying to go through the process. So you just want to know which things you should set up in your life and bother to go through the steps to set up that would make your life so much easier.
Great.
13 10 60. Give us a call.
Carrie and Tommy.
For your Tuesday Arvo, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little. And on 13 10 60, what have you automated?
That's changed your life. Like stuff we didn't even know you could do, and suddenly it makes life so much easier. Kelly, what do you do in your house?
We have an electronic shopping list.
That you all
On our
use the
phone.
same one?
Yes.
So you can just add to it?
Yes, and if you don't have an iPhone, you can do it through another app. But basically, you go into your reminders in your iPhone, make a shopping list, invite the people that you want to contribute to it, and then you just ask Siri to add whatever it is to the home shopping list or the work shopping list or whatever it's called. And then people, when they use the last toilet roll, they can add it on there. And then when you go to the shops, you see what's on the list. And when you put it in your trolley, you press the button and it disappears.
Kelly, that is wonderful in theory, but I can imagine if that was my household growing up, because something wasn't on the list, my mum wouldn't buy it, and then she'd get home and there'd be no bog paper, and she'd lose her mind, and I'd go, I forgot to put it on the list. Does that happen?
Yes, sometimes. And I think it all started because when I got to a certain age where I couldn't read my shopping list on the fridge anymore because my arm wasn't long enough because of my eyesight. That's what made me start it. So it's definitely more efficient.
Fair enough.
My kids would just add all the yummy stuff that I don't buy them on the list. They just put
Snickers,
it all on there. Oh,
again,
they would just be like, I
How many
can't take them shopping
cheeseburgers on the
anymore
list?
because every time I take them shopping, I'm like, no, I can't get any more of your
Yes.
pretty much.
I used to always sneak stuff into the trolley so that when mum would get to the checkout, she's like,
Oh, just keep it in there.
Oh, it must be even easier to sneak stuff through now that they're self-serve. The kids can just scan them
Scan
themselves.
it. Oh, I get quite stressed when the kids are near me scanning because all it takes is a little wrong scan. You got to call the lady over to fix the things. I'm like, don't touch a thing. And sometimes you scan it and put it on the little waiter thing and then they take it off because they're so excited before you're ready. And you're like, no.
Jesse, do you do that, the shopping list?
Yeah, it's actually the best because you don't have to write anything down because if you finish something like the bog roll example you used, then you just tell Siri, hey, add toilet paper to the shopping list. And I never forget now.
I've got to use Siri. I don't use her.
What don't you use it for?
I
Like
don't ever
if you're
use it. I
calling
don't
in the
have
car or
it at
things like
all.
that?
I do not even have Siri activated on my phone.
As if you don't. I mean,
literally
don't try it
don't.
now. It's
I
annoying.
literally don't have it activated. Lynette, what have you got that's automated that's changed your life?
I think it's a great thing for all parents, especially, well, I was a youth worker as well. It's called Family Link, and it literally gives you complete control of your kid's phone.
Oh.
So you can give your kids a phone and say they want to download an app. They have to send you a request, and then you can approve it or deny it. Bedtimes. So instead of having to go, all right, it's 8:30, phone's down, the phone automatically locks. The only thing they can do is emergency calls to you or someone else who's on the emergency.
What's it called?
It's called Family Link.
Is it available on like Android and iPhone?
Well, I tried to get it on my daughter's iPad, and the salesman duped me and told me that yes, I could, but no, I can't. I could get the controls on the iPad, but I couldn't get the settings to stop it from going. And I mean,
so it's a
when
Google
I say,
thing,
like,
is it?
Yeah, but it also
Can you see their messages and stuff?
I can, not to that point, but I can see how long they've been on the apps. I can set restrictions for my daughter's ADHD, so she can doom scroll for hours. She's actually 19 and has still kept it on her phone for me to control, so she doesn't doom scroll. So she's got an hour and a half TikTok a day. It gives me their location all the time. It's constantly linked, so if I get a message from school, someone's not at school, and I can check where they are.
That's awesome.
It is the best underrated app that
I know. It means you have to parent anymore, Lynette.
But the other best thing is if they're being little brats, all I've got to say to them is, right, I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm locking your phone. And
you don't have to wrestle to get the phone off them.
Don't got to get the phone. Don't got to wait for it to go flat. I can literally just press the button on my phone and it just comes up locked. Time for bed.
Lynette, you mentioned that your kid is 19 there.
I've got 19 and a 14-year-old.
How old is the 19 going to get while you're still doing, I'm going to lock your phone in 3 seconds?
I don't do that so much.
Okay.
It's more for her with her ADHD,
scrolling,
the doom scrolling and being on there too long. And also, she's out and about, she gets panicked and she knows places, but she doesn't know streets. So I can just look on the app and see where she is straight away.
Oh, you're a good mum, Lynette.
Sounds very handy.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
a lucky mum.
Oh, that's real sweet. So there we have it. There's the new automated world that we're in. There's some tech tips for you to make your life a little easier. Apparently, Apple Family Sharing does the same thing, and Custodio.
Just to be clear, we're getting tech tips from the woman who doesn't know how to use Siri.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Carrie and Tommy.
Because I caught up with a mate this morning. We've both been on a bit of a health kick, and I spoke to him on the phone, and he says, do you want to come do a gym sesh with me? I said, I would love to. And he said, great, meet me. And he sent me a car park. He said, meet me at this car park, be there 10:15. I'll book us a class for 10:30. And I said, sweet.
And you didn't ask any questions?
No.
Okay.
And
did you know what class you were going to do?
I do know. We were doing a Pilates class. Because we'd both already worked out because we're doing a double day. No big deal. Anyway, it's good to get a bit of mobility.
Time for a double day?
You do. You had a 3-hour nap on Sunday.
I don't have time for a double day.
You went for a 2-hour walk and then had a 3-hour nap.
That was my one exercise. I can't do that twice a day.
What about the 3-hour nap?
That was like recovery.
Oh, her double
that's what Pilates
sleep.
is.
Okay.
Yes. And he said, also bring some togs. And I assumed, there must be a sauna there, something like that. So I bought a towel, my togs. I rocked up at this car park. And
It's
anyway,
weird to meet at a car park. Yeah.
Well, he sent me a Google map. I actually thought it was very handy because I didn't have to think. He literally sent me a link and I plugged it in.
And then you just followed it.
Yes. Also, he gets his car washed there. So we met on the roof. He goes, meet me on the roof of the car park.
Are you
so
washing
dodgy.
his car?
So I rang him when I'm there because I said, bro, I know we said we'd meet for a gym session, but this feels more like something's gone down.
Yeah.
And then he goes, nah, just meet me there. And then he goes and puts his car in to get washed and goes, let's go to the gym.
Is your mate a wanker?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You just wait. And so then we go and walk into this building and I assume we're going to a gym. And there's a big sign at the front that says private members only. And I thought, this is a bit much. for a gym. And then we see someone that we know, not from our friendship group, but someone who I've seen on TV who is absolutely loaded.
A famous
and they're
person in
walking
the
out
world.
of
Yep.
the gym.
Oh.
And so then I walked down, and it was not a gym. It looked like the front of a 5-star hotel. There was a woman standing there with a little desk, but you know those little desks that
Like
have
a
nothing?
concierge.
Yes. And she greets him by name.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah. And then we walk in, and it's like, it was underground. It's like I was in a cave.
It was
right?
underground.
Yes, but it was beautiful. And then he showed me into the change room, and like, this joint was so schmick. And I went, how do I lock? He goes, put your stuff in there. I said, how do I lock the locker? And he laughed. He goes, no one's.
Oh my God, because no one's going to steal your stuff.
Not your stuff, poor boy.
No one's taking your stuff. And then I pulled out my towel because we were going to Pilates, and he said, no, they provide the towels. So
What?
I put back my manky.
I want to come to this place.
I also, at this point, I'm assuming the car wash is included in this experience.
Separate car park.
Oh.
Because he said the parking at this place was too expensive.
Yeah, but that's how they become squillionaires, tight asses.
Yes. And so I put back my manky green towel and got one of those fluffy white ones. And I grabbed two, and he goes, why are you grabbing two? And I said, they're free. And he said, don't. He said, please don't embarrass me. Just take you one. And then we were walking to the Pilates, those spring-loaded bed of death room.
Yep.
And I walked past, and I was like, what's that, bro? And he goes, it's an oxygen chamber you sit in. One, you strap a face mask to your thing.
What?
The other one, you just sit in there, and you can take your laptop in, and you get oxygenated. I said, what's that? And he goes, there's these red light bays, and you put the red light on your face.
Oh, my God.
And
Rich
he
people
said,
even have better air than us.
Yeah, then he said, and there's a nurse there that can give you injections of like stuff that stops your molecules breaking down or something.
Like, what?
And I said, let's do that stuff. And he said, not you, you're not a member. And I said,
can you imagine just letting you loose in there? You'd be like putting things on your face,
Everything.
and putting your
Everything.
things in
Injections
the wrong spot.
everywhere.
Yeah.
and they'd say, Mr. Little, none of those are meant to go on none of those places. And then we went in and did our class.
So you were just like +1.
I was a +1.
Yeah, bring a friend day.
Yes, yeah, it was. And then we went in and did our class, and I got suitably tangled up in the ropes. And then afterwards, we go and we get changed, and I put my boardies on, and then I didn't see anyone wearing a robe. And my mate swans out, and he goes, if you want the full experience, they've got robes. I'm like, absolutely, I want the full experience. And so then we went and had a sauna, and then there was these like Colosseum style, like Greek baths, like a Greek bathhouse with an ice bath and a hot bath.
Is this all underground?
This is all underground.
Oh.
And then he took me out. He goes, you fancy a bite? And I said, indeed, I do fancy a bite. Thank you very
Bit
much.
of caviar in the morning.
I thought you'd never asked. We've been friends for years. And then I got rid of the robes, got changed back into normal, workout gear. And then we went out, and there was another door that said members only area or private area. And he had to enter a code into a PIN code thing on the door.
Did you get the code?
No, I didn't get the code. The little snitch wouldn't give it to me. And then I walked through, and there was like a beautiful cafe there. No, he is a snitch because the place is the man. So you're allowed to.
Thanks for coming back to that, Tommy.
It's all right. Well, if you're going to say stuff under your breath, be accountable.
It's so different to where you normally work
Hang
out,
on,
where
I'm
there's
the
like blood on the floor of the gym and stuff.
It is
your
usually
boxing
his, though,
gym,
so
and there's
maybe
like
it is.
just blood on the floor, and now you're putting PIN codes into having your lunch.
Well, the good thing about the cafe, none of that weird stuff. So just ask me what I had for lunch.
What'd you have for lunch?
Just the usual stuff.
Bit of quinoa or something?
No, I didn't. I
Kale.
had I
it
did.
more
I had some
injections?
crispy kale, some lamb shoulder, an onsen egg, and a cup of bone broth.
An onsen egg?
Thank you very much.
Like it was
Oh, it's an onsen
Yeah.
egg. It just took its clothes off
Yeah,
and went
they-
in for a bath.
They cook it like not too hot, so it's a bit googly.
It's like a
Googly
soft
egg.
poached
Yeah,
egg.
it's a bit like
It was just popped in the
it's
onsen.
honestly, it's a bit of an underdone egg. The chef's just had a sauna with a couple of
Yeah.
pockets.
So you finished gloating about your rich morning? What's happening now?
No, here's what I want to know. I didn't even know exclusive health clubs were a thing.
What
like
do
this
you
is a cult.
mean?
I didn't know. So you have to apply for a membership.
That's why all those health retreats. Remember that 9 Perfect Strangers? Wasn't that set in like a health retreat? With
But ask me that. No, I don't remember
Oh.
that. I've never seen it. I didn't know they were a thing.
I think they're big in the US, like in New York and stuff.
So this thing you have to like apply for,
Yeah, it would cost a fortune.
but you have to apply.
And then what? How do they judge if you're allowed in?
I don't know.
Like you got
Carrie.
to have like a resume of how important you
I
are
think
for them
so.
to allow
You'd have
you
to
to
have
be a member.
recommendations.
It's
But
like
this is
country
what
clubs
I-
in the US.
But see, this is what because I've heard they have things like this with golf clubs.
yeah.
Here's what I want to know because I don't know any of these clubs existed. What little club are you part of?
Have you signed up?
They didn't ask me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, they have to. Are you going to apply?
No,
Why not?
Does your friend have to refer you?
I didn't ask. I got too embarrassed. It would be. Yeah, I do.
What club are you a part of?
131060.
Oh my God! Sorry, I saw some bikies in the wild the other day. I
Are
was
you
having
thinking
lunch,
about joining
and
that
they all
club?
sat down for lunch next to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Patched up.
Yep, all patched up.
Isn't it nice to see? Because sometimes you think, God, have we gotten real boring? And then you see some bikies and you're like, thank God the world's all right.
Wait, hold on.
they were
But was
having,
it just
like,
middle-aged men wearing leather jackets?
No.
or-
They I'm not going to say what bikie group,
Oh,
but they
okay.
were having some salt and pepper calamari, and they were having some seafood linguine.
They didn't have any
and-
onsen eggs?
No, onsen eggs.
Oh.
No.
131060. I want to know about clubs that I didn't even know existed, like this exclusive health club. Give us a call. What club are you a part of?
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
You've joined a cult.
I've joined a cult.
Actually,
Pretty
sorry.
good cult, as cults
He's not
go.
in it yet. He's on the
Oh.
wait list to join the
I
cult.
was a visitor at a cult. I was a +1.
It's weird because cults usually want to drag you in, but
Yes,
this one
and then they
is
don't let
not
you
me.
out.
Yeah,
Not
no.
me.
They've really let you go.
I went to an exclusive health club this morning, and boy, was
they
it a
exclude you?
scene. They welcomed me with open arms and then pushed me out the
Did
door.
you have
with
to
open
pay
arms.
for your lunch?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So what's included?
All those other things
Okay.
I mentioned. The
Yeah,
oxygen.
yeah, infrared
oxygen.
and the oxygen. You,
You
can
get
even
free
breathe
oxygen.
in there.
You get free oxygen.
You breathe
swim,
real good.
And the ice bath and, the,
ice bath.
spa bath and the
Yep.
sauna and
The Pilates.
and the Pilates and there was a
Concierge?
boot camp and a
There was
concierge
concierge.
lady and everybody says, "Hi, how are you?" But like
Wow.
a bit crazy, you know, that, like baring their teeth. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? I even started going, "Good, how are you?" Hi, just here to do a workout. Might pop in and have a bite to eat. How are you?
You did, yes.
Oh, bye. Ooh, that was hot. G'day, Glenn.
Good afternoon, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Are you part of a cult as well?
I was in a way. I worked as a golf caddy at Westchester Country Club in New York,
Sick.
and it was ridiculous. Like they had like a 7.5 or 8 year waiting list. You could only get in through family. It was like super exclusive. Like it was even in Seinfeld. It was one of those type places that they even made a reference to it because it was so exclusive. But it was mind blowing. It was like $50,000 a year just to be a member, and that only got you golf. Like you had to pay for everything else.
Who did you like caddy for or see there? What was the most famous person you saw there?
I met Andy Garcia
Oh,
there. I caddied mainly. We just caddied for members, but they were like the Westchester Country Club's like the height of New York money. Like the guys that actually. Members there are all like
big business people,
stockbrokers, and like ludicrous money. Like I caddied for one guy that plays three games of golf a year and pays his $50,000 just for his 3 games of golf.
And Glenn, can you tell me a bit more about like they have drinks carts that go around? What are some of the more flash features?
So they have they used to have a full outdoor buffet breakfast every morning before golf. And they used to have a drive-in shop at after 9 holes that you could stop in and get like on the golf carts and get like sandwiches and like beer and whatever you wanted and cocktails. It was phenomenal. But the cost of it was just insane. The amount of money that people would spend to play golf. I caddied for a 9-year-old at one point.
What?
His parents used to spend about $3,000 a week on him for lessons and clubs and all that sort of stuff.
Was
and,
it worth it, Glenn? Was he really good?
He was phenomenal. He shot 6 over on an adult course at 9.
Were they all knobs there, Glenn?
No, actually not. The one thing it taught me was the highest echelon of money were the most down-to-earth people, and it was the middle range people trying to be rich that thought they had to act like a knob.
Yes, the people trying to prove it.
There was a guy there. Yeah, there was a guy that tried to force his way in as a member because his grandfather invented Snapple. So he had so much money, it was ridiculous. And they just said, no, we don't care about your grandfather. We don't care who you are. Get in line.
What were the requirements to be a member?
So there's only a set amount, and you had to have had references from 3 people or something in the club. You had to basically have been a family member. So there's a lot of nepotism involved because they would just go down through generations.
Was there any women there, or was it just all dudes?
No. There's lots of women there, but like the full stereotype, massive age gap, like the 80-year-old rich dude and the 45-year-old wife. Like the most odd scenario we ever had was a guy had left his wife for the nanny, and the nanny became the member, and the ex-wife was still a member.
Oh.
And I got put on a loop one day with the ex-wife and the nanny in a competition, and I've never been more uncomfortable in my life. Like 4 hours, you could just cut the air with a knife, and there was no way around it because they had earned their right to play in a particular position.
Who won?
In the nanny, which made it even
Oh,
worse.
no.
So,
good on you, Glenn. Good chat.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What about
Glenn.
Maggie? Should we go to Maggie? Maggie, what cult/club are you in?
Hey, so I was in a sex club.
Whoa, that's fun.
Swingers club. Yeah,
A swingers club.
So I would have. I've got so many questions. How do you one that you become a member of, or just one that you attend every so often?
So I was a member. So I started out with. Am I allowed to name them?
Name the person or the club?
Or the name of the organisation.
Nah,
I
maybe
guess?
just be.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So they were worldwide. So I started out in Melbourne, lived in London, and attended events in London and also New York. So it starts out as like an online in an online forum. So initially it was just online chat groups, and then eventually they developed an app with online chats. So they advertise events that you depending on what criteria you sort of fit into. So they'd have events specifically aimed at singles, events specifically aimed at say over 40s, events for couples.
Is it hard to get into, Maggie?
Look, I guess it wasn't necessarily ultra exclusive, although within that sphere there are more exclusive clubs. But I think people are really self-selecting. So, you have to be sort of quite positive about that lifestyle. And I think it's a fantasy for a lot of people, but something that people never
They
actually
can't
action.
do the reality of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like people sort of think about it, but never
How often
follow
do you see
through.
at a swinger club one person wanting to be there way more than the other?
I didn't see that very much. I didn't see that at all, actually. No. So you did see people who, you did see couples who maybe one was more voyeuristic and one was more an exhibitionist than the other, but they both got something out of it. So, that didn't seem to be a problem for them.
Mags, I know this might sound like a weird question, but I'm interested to know what they provide that's not the obvious. Like, are there snacks?
Like, what are the perks?
No, like what like if you're having a break, is there a bar area where you sit down and people have a nibble and chat about their day and then go? Yes,
100% there is. Yes, definitely. So there are nibbles, and they do have bar areas. So normally at the start of an event, you might get a free glass of say prosecco, and then you can opt to buy more prosecco. There definitely are like chips, like cold chips, like packet of chips, or pretzels. There'll be lounge areas where you can just sit back and watch the event unfolding.
Yes.
People don't have to be actively participating the entire time. Some people go along and actually never go the full Monty.
So is it happening in private rooms or just out in front of everybody?
Both. Yeah, both. So depending on the venue, there'll be smaller rooms with just say a single bed, and then a really large room with like multiple beds or mattresses available in a large space. Depending on the venue, they might have an upstairs area that has just like a lounge room area where people just hang out and chat, sort of maybe at the start of the night, and then they might go downstairs where there's different sort of equipment available for people who are maybe more into the more trying to think of the right PG word.
Yes. Just
more
different.
experimental
Yes.
sort
Adventurous.
of side of things. Yeah, adventurous. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maggie, does anyone run drinks? Like if you're on the job for a while, is there a water bottle that comes out from someone on the sidelines?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually really, really friendly, and often people will get to know, different couples will get to know each other. They will form friendships outside of these venues and might catch up, in their own homes, and there might be some, swapping. People definitely maintain friendships outside of the venues or make friends and stay in touch. When I was in London, I had actually a beautiful group of girls who I would go to these events with sort of, spot each other, and they might have met a nice guy who they'd introduce you to, and actually still have friendships with some of these people sort of 10 years later.
Awesome, Mags. Thank you so much. That's fascinating because obviously we've got to spread ourselves over the various clubs. So I'll start playing golf.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia, if you drive home this afternoon, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
This man is one of the best comedians in the world. We also get to claim him as our very own. Ross Noble's show, Cranium of Curiosities, is touring Australia now. Head to rossnoble.com for all the details. It's the one and only Mr. Ross Noble.
Hello. It's always nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you. This question will seemingly come out of nowhere, but I've thought about it quite often, particularly over the...
Does it involve the disinfectant wipes you have in front of you?
No.
That's for us to use once our guests leave. Once we've shaken hands, we're like, ooh.
I mean, it certainly
I've
is.
also got the sanitizer here.
You really are. COVID's not what it was.
We're the most sanitized show on radio.
As the news just come on. I thought you were literally going to... Here's a question I've always wanted to ask you. Hold these. Anyway.
Can we go on an adventure together?
Yes.
I would love to.
Do you mean metaphorically or just actually go on an adventure?
I mean actually.
Yeah.
Whatever it leads
Is this
into.
a question you've been wanting to ask him?
Yeah.
Like
Ross,
what kind
Ross
of
does
like a
fun
physical
stuff.
adventure?
This may be shocking to people, and there are some. I don't want to tar all comedians with the same brush. There are some absolutely wonderful comedians who live life to the fullest, but in general, I wouldn't say they're adventure-seeking people.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
and Ross. Remember, we learned on this very show. Ross owned a tank once.
That's right. Your motorbike.
Yeah, got a little motorbike.
Yeah.
Motorbikes.
Yeah.
Ross run. Are you still running?
Yeah. Still at that. Yeah.
So what? Pitch him the adventure. What are you thinking?
I was hoping you'd go. Actually, I've had one I've been thinking of.
Okay. The last time we spoke, did I mention the fact that what about this? Would you like to come to Whyalla with me and go
In Adelaide, in South Australia.
In South Australia, and go free diving with cuttlefish?
Oh, my God.
Did we talk about this last
time? They're
time?
not sharks. What a cuttlefish.
No,
Oh my God.
sorry. The reason I walked around, Ross, is because
Didn't you
we
swim with sharks there?
No, not in my home. But we literally, last week on the show, because the guy broke the record for holding his breath, 30 minutes oxygenated. So I've been saying to the guys, I want to do free diving. That's why I looked around, because I'm like, is this a stitch up?
This is meant to be.
I swear to God.
So hold on, what a cuttlefish?
You know
why are you
I've
swimming
had a
with
lot
them?
of family stuff going on at the moment, so I didn't listen to the show last week.
Fair enough.
So
We'll send you it.
No, but I normally do. I can't believe I missed that. So yeah, hang on. There's too many.
There's too many things. First of all,
going on. First
why?
off,
So
you're
you're not
asking me
swimming
what
with sharks. You're swimming with cuttlefish.
Well, I swam with sharks recently, right? So that was
okay.
my last big thing that I did. Did we talk about this?
No.
I can't help feeling anyone driving home's going to go, it's like listening to an old folks home. Going like, did I do that? Did I tell you about this?
It's usually my
Who's this?
perimenopause. Is that what yours is as well?
Got the old, God, that's a shocker, isn't it?
I don't know if I got it, but I feel like
Respect
my
to-
memory's going.
Respect to you ladies if you're going through the menopause there.
Okay, so back to the sharks.
I reckon a lot of money you could make in highly absorbent donuts for the sweating
Yes.
ladies of an evening.
Yes, that's a great
You know what I'm
idea.
saying? And then,
Only one half though, so that your partner doesn't have to.
or it could be two menopausal
Actually, men,
ladies.
yes, and
Hey,
men do
modern
sweat
times.
a lot. So men do sweat a lot. So
And
it would
then
actually.
it gathers underneath.
Yeah.
You bottle it up. You send it off to drought-stricken areas.
And they wring it out.
Could you imagine?
Helicopters bringing in the menopause goonies.
I mean,
dropping them.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm sure it'd be good for the crops.
Yes,
Okay, back to sharks and cuttlefish. Okay,
Yes.
so you've done the sharks.
I recently learned to scuba dive. Do you scuba dive? You go scuba diving?
My
certificate?
asthma holds me back.
Oh, okay.
But free diving, I've been told, asthmatics go for your life.
You're absolutely fine. I'm scubaing on Monday. That's so the sharks. I went to the Bahamas and I swam with hammerheads and tiger sharks and bull sharks.
What for?
And then
for fun or for a TV
it was
show?
for a TV show.
Nothing's ever just without being filmed.
No,
these
you know
days.
what? No, I'm doing it on Monday. I'm going off. Nothing's ever done without being filmed.
It's not.
No, but this cuttlefish thing isn't. So so free diving. So I did a bit of free diving, loved it, got properly into it, and then in Whyalla. So cuttlefish.
You keep talking about your free
By the
driving.
way,
I'm going
I'll be
to
at the
look for
Palace
cuttlefish.
Theatre and the State Theatre.
You'll be in the ocean somewhere. Come find Ross.
Like I'm just,
oh no, it's just found me cutlery. That's
cuttlefish.
cutlery's not what I want.
Oh
Cutlery.
no! Don't go swimming with cutlery fish. It's like a swordfish, but smaller.
A bread knife fish.
Oh, a bread knife fish was that's what a baby swordfish is.
Well, the cuttlefish is so. Oh my god!
They're crazy things. So I've become obsessed with cuttlefish. So they're these sort of they're
that thing.
Yeah, that thing there. They're like a sort of octopusy kind of. They got tentacles. But the mad thing about cuttlefish and the giant cuttlefish in Whyalla is the biggest. It's the biggest spawning of cuttlefish in the world, and they do this thing cuttlefish where they can change colour, but they can also change texture as well. So what they'll do is, if you see them, they've got like they'll split so their whole body down, literally like someone's drawn a line along the cuttlefish. Half of the cuttlefish will be spiky, and so that all the other male cuttlefish it'll be going, danger, don't come near me, I'm angry. And yet on this line on the other side is all beautiful sexy colours so they can romance the lady cuttlefish.
And they're doing that at the same time.
At the same time.
That is insane.
So you look at it, if you photographed it from one side, you go, angry, danger, don't come near me. And then on the other side, sexy, hey, lady cuttlefish. And then they change shape, they change colour, they change texture, but they're human creatures. They're human, I tell you. But they're the living creatures. They're the most incredible things ever, and they're giant. And if you can hold your breath for ages, you can free dive down. And you can watch these incredible...
That's what you've got to do. You want a free drive.
I would love to. We have so much more to chat to you about, including planning this adventure. Please, can you stick around?
Of course.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
How long can you hold your breath for?
I can do 2.5 minutes.
How long can you do?
I haven't been underwater.
But above water?
Ever?
No, I've never been.
And it turns out Tommy is soluble.
No one told me this free diving was going to be so wet.
He's got a soluble face.
No,
so
I
2.5 minutes underwater you can do.
Yeah, I can do 2.5.
And what can you do above?
But but this is the crazy thing about the free diving, right? It's the fact that when you dive down, so I've been down to like 10 meters, so you know it's quite a long way down, and you get to the bottom, and you're holding your breath, and there's this urge to breathe where you go like that, and you think right, I'm going to die now. I cannot, and you look up, and the actual
you could never get up in
the
time.
surface. I can't get up. But if you panic, then you that's no good. So what you do is you relax and you go like that, and then all of a sudden. That it's like, when you need to wait. Speaking of menopausal age,
yes, I'm here for this bit. I can relate to
when
this.
you need to wait, and you're in the car, and you get into the front door, and you think, "Oh my god, I need to wait," and then you get your car, and you're desperate, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then you get distracted. You think, "Oh, I don't need to wait anymore." It's the same with breathing. Please don't try this at home, kids. But you just go like that, and then all of a sudden, it gives you another 30 seconds, and then if you panic and start swimming to the top. All carbon dioxide builds up in your body, but if you just relax, and I'm sure he explained this, but you just float to the surface, and then.
So what can you do outside of water?
Yeah.
How much?
The longest I've held my breath for is 3 minutes, but that was doing rounds of breath holds.
And then how much
building up.
worse is it when you're underwater would normally
Sorry,
be?
what do you mean you do?
So I was doing like breathing exercises and then building up my breath hold. So I was doing, like every bloke my age, Wim Hof breathing. Yeah, I know.
Everybody got into that Wim Hof.
Okay, well, there's your
I love
plan.
that stuff.
There's your plan.
yeah.
You've been wanting to free dive with the cuttlefish.
When are we going?
Well, I mean, really, we've probably missed the window for this year.
Oh, is it seasonal?
Yeah. Well, they just Oh, that's the thing about your cuttlefish.
They spawn on time.
Yeah. They've got certain. So you can't.
Where do they go then?
Well, after they come to Waiala to
and then they just move on with their lives to other.
Smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just outside.
With those weird tent.
Go to warmer waters and
four at a time.
So next year you're going to do.
So next time we said, but yeah, we could easily. What's another fun adventure we could?
Do you have your pilot's license?
You know what? I don't. Okay. I don't have a pilot's license. I wanted to learn to fly a helicopter. But as long as my wife, there's certain things, I could do all sorts of, like, I would swim with sharks and they were right next to me. She's like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's, she goes, probably not.
She puts helicopter more dangerous than motorbike.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
He's just getting his helicopter license.
Can't behave yourself, are you?
Yeah. I got my exam in 3 weeks.
Now you've just put off getting a wife for even longer now.
Nah, chicks are into helicopter pilots.
Not his.
I don't know. In movies, I see.
I think you never know. You could go on Farmer Wants a Wife and find yourself a lady farmer who's, because then
you're from the land.
This
you grew
is
up your
perfect.
family. Dairy farmers.
She's going to need like crop spraying. And that's not a euphemism, can I say? She's going to need somebody to, muster the stuff. But then you're thinking, well, hang on a second. I'm a high-flying entertainer. I'm doing the radio show. I can't be living on a farm and doing this. What if you got a helicopter?
Chopping around.
You fly out. You round up some sheep. You put them in the paddock. You land. I'm back, love. First thing in the morning. Right, I'm off to work. You do the silage. I'll do the show.
Also, and I mean, this is what you want to hear from your aspiring pilot. I'm not very good mechanically, so she'd be able to fix the chopper.
Yeah.
And do the daily, and
That is one of the reasons why my wife is not keen on me doing anything aviation-wise, because I'm terrible. Like, there was one time we used to have this car, and she opened the bonnet, and underneath I had attached the battery with gaffer tape. So instead of putting the terminals on and screwing it, I went, I just got no battery. That'll do. Put it in. Gaffer taped it up. Went and picked her up from the airport.
Yeah, you don't want your rotors gaffer taped to your chopper. No.
That's what, you know what? That's what my dying father said to me on his deathbed. Don't gaffer tape your rotors to your chopper. I said, that's wise words, Dad.
The amount of times it's come in handy. With this tour that you're doing, are we going capital cities? Are we going regional as well? Where can people see you?
Well, I've been all around the place, and then these are the sort of the final dates. So yeah, I'm going to be at the Palais in St Kilda. There, I'm going to be at the State Theatre in Sydney, and then I'm also at various regional Glen Street Theatre and Wangaratta and all kinds of places. But it's all on the website. But yeah, Palais in St Kilda and the State in Sydney.
Make sure you go see Ross Noble. Cranium of Curiosities, as I said, is touring Australia now. Head to rossnoble.com for all the details. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Ross.
Thanks for having me. Let's go on an adventure.
I would love to.
Carrie and Tommy.
Cardi B. She's
Love.
known for her feud with Nicki Minaj, and she's openly spoken about why other female rappers in particular, don't seem to get along very well with her.
It's funny, Carrie, because I think she's known for her music.
She is more known for her music, yes, but when we're talking about feuds, she has had a long-running one with Nicki Minaj. She spoke to Zane Lowe for this Apple One music show, and in it she was talking about, because her new album is called Am I the Drama? And she says she's come to the conclusion that, does drama chase her, or is she actually the drama? And she said, it's funny, she said, I just really think I was born with an anointed light. Sometimes the light's great, but also sometimes it disturbs people's peace. It draws people to me, and not always in a good way. She goes on to talk about why she thinks other artists don't like her.
For some reason, I will still get into beef with bitches. And it's like, and it will be maybe because my hair was died a different way. My clothes were too loud. My stomach was too flat. It was always something that like it bothered bitches. Even when I'm here, right? Like it's like even in the industry, there is a lot of different female rappers, but for some reason, it's something about me that like these bitches can't stand. They can't with me.
I like how she goes on to say, I feel like they're in this class, like they're sophomores and I'm the senior. And she said, you know, you want to F the seniors so bad, you think you're here with the seniors, but you're not even a junior. How about worry about the other sophomores before you worry about the seniors?
Should we worry about how you're saying that word?
What am I saying?
Sophomore.
What is it?
Sophomore.
Didn't I say sophomore?
Sophomore.
It's spelled like sophomore, but I think you're saying
Sophomore. A sophomore. Now it sounds weird. Do you remember when I thought Cardi B's "What Was Women Against the Patriarchy"?
I know.
It's been a lot of mistakes along the way.
It has. We're just sophomores.
Yeah.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia for your Tuesday afternoon, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little. We got to the bottom of it.
You here to apologise before we get into this break?
About what's that?
I before was talking about Cardi B, and we were talking about sophomores at school, seniors and sophomores in the US, and you said they're sophomores.
They are.
No, and I said I think they're sophomores, and I think you might be wrong. Do we have some? Has Audio Jez found anything to prove? What have you found, Jezzy? What is this from?
He's coming running into the studio.
Is this Cardi B when she mentions
it's
it?
like literally like 10 seconds after the last audio that we played.
Yep.
So we've got
Okay, this is Cardi B talking about the sophomores.
Yes, this is
Sophomores.
Jezzy, you told me that
Go.
I was in the right. That's a giant stitch up. Play it again.
Sophomores.
Yeah, sophomores.
No,
What are you talking about,
there's
producer?
no,
Sammy?
there's no break.
No,
But
because
also, just because Cardi says it that way doesn't make it right.
no, I believe in Cardi.
So what's the O? Silent.
I think it's something you added in.
What's this one say on the internet,
This
Sammy?
is the Google pronunciation, which we always trust.
We don't.
Oh, that says sophomore.
Sorry, we're not just trusting what he put into Siri.
We're trusting Cardi B.
But
That's my
Sam's
mantra
actually
in life.
been to college in the US.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just changed it from British to American.
And
It's
what does it
changed
say?
from sophomore to British, and then American is sophomore.
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 Sorry, sophomore.
Anyway, should we do
Etymolo-
irrelevant celebrity trivia?
sorry,
No, we
Sammy's
don't.
got-
We don't want the. We don't have time.
No, but it's two parts of the word. Soph actually means full, and more means wise, or the other way around. So it actually just means wise full.
Or full wise.
Or full wise.
God, glad we got to that.
That's irrelevant.
Carrie and Tommy's Irrelevant Celebrity Facts Game.
I've heard Beyonce likes potatoes.
That's irrelevant.
Exactly.
All right, what have you got for us, a Jesse boy?
Question number one. Before he was changed to green, what was the original colour of Oscar the Grouch?
Brown.
Do you reckon it was?
Would you like multiple choice?
No, thank you. I reckon, was he similar to, what's the other one? Tickle Me Elmo.
Blue.
Ooh.
No,
Oh, I thought
red.
Elmo was red.
Red. What
Was he
colour?
similar to Elmo?
So I
Orange.
reckon then they had a dispute over who had the licensing of the colours.
I just need a colour.
Orange.
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 Yeah, similar to red.
You're a colourblind person.
For the
yeah.
first season, he was orange, and then the second season, he went on vacation to a swamp and came back covered in slime, and that's why he's green. He has a story arc for his colour.
Why does that always happen? What do you reckon it was? Like, what was the actual reason? Because there must have been a reason he was orange, and then they went,
Dunno.
orange isn't working.
Also, I'm surprised because wouldn't they work with green screens?
Yeah, would they have? Maybe there was
Isn't it
another
weird
orange
that they'd be
character,
green?
and they were like, "Nah, we need to differentiate this guy."
What about what's the big bird? Yellow, big bird.
Yeah.
Would they work with green screens?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But he could also, but they might. I don't know.
Next
If they want
question.
the puppets to travel.
Question on vacation to a swamp. Question number two: which celeb was once a mechanic in the Air Force but didn't fly a plane until the age of 65?
Clint Eastwood,
Val Kilmer.
Harrison Ford.
Would you like your multiple choice?
Nope. Is it a male or female?
It is a male.
Have we mentioned their name?
No.
Michael Keaton.
No.
Didn't fly in a plane or didn't fly a
Didn't
plane?
fly a plane until 65.
Tom Cruise.
John
Oh, he's
Travolta.
not 65 yet. Yes, John Travolta.
No.
Are they an action star?
Some of their movies, yeah.
Sly Stallone.
No, not quite that action.
Okay.
American?
Yes.
Denzel Washington.
No.
Can you give us the answer?
It is Morgan Freeman.
Oh, there you go.
Apparently he was a radar technician and mechanic in the 1950s, and he wanted to become a fighter pilot, and then he realised it wasn't what he wanted, so 4 years later he left.
Fun little Morgan Freeman fact. We did it on the show, but I reckon you'll have forgotten it, Carrie. Do you remember his earrings? Fact about his earrings.
No.
Because he's an avid sailor, is Morgan Freeman, and so he wears earrings which are worth enough in gold to pay for his funeral. It's an old sailor's tradition.
Oh. Interesting.
There you go. Question number 3. Which celeb once listed Tom Cruise as one of her top 5 best lovers?
Katie Holmes. Nicole Kidman.
No.
Who else has he been
Carrie
with?
Bickmore.
Oh,
Harry
no,
Bickmore.
thank you. What? Penelope Cruz.
It is not Penelope
She
Cruz.
would be in my top 5.
Penelope Cruz
Sophia
was on the
Vergara.
multiple choice, but it's not Penelope
is
Cruz.
Sofia Vergara.
It's not Sofia Vergara.
Who is it? Who
Is it
else
some
has he
hot
been with?
Hispanic woman?
It is Cher.
What? Cher and Tom Cruise were together.
Apparently, yeah. In her
When?
past romance, they briefly dated in the 1980s, and she said he was in the top 5.
Who else rounded out the top 5?
No, we don't have that.
Go.
Follow Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little on socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Bye.
Bye.
Carrie and Tommy are all wrapped up. But if you're just starting your property journey, Aussie has everything you need to find, buy and own your first home. Get started at aussie.com.au.